Hello everyone, I'm Tabitha with Moonlight Custom Creations, and today I'm going to show you how to do a plaid or a buffalo check tumbler. So go ahead, stay tuned, watch the video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Let's go ahead and let's get started.
All right, y'all, what I have here is a 20-ounce skinny from Maker Flow Craft, and I'll have my link for them down in the description box below. I did spray paint this tumbler with Rust-Oleum Flat Black, and what we're going to do is I'm just going to take a mechanical pencil here and a little straw. You could also use a ruler, but this is what I had on hand. And I want to make a straight line here because we are going to tape off for our plaid tumbler. So I just took my straw, put it on the table, and ran my pencil down to create a straight line. Now we're going to take this painter's tape. This is the Scotch Blue. And I'm just going to butt it up against that line right there. And this just ensures that we get a nice, crisp, straight line. That way our buffalo check or our plaid is all even all the way around the tumbler. Now that I got the first section of the tape down, I'm going to take a second piece of tape and I'm going to butt it up right up against the first section because this is how big or how wide my sections are going to be. And this is just going to be for measuring purposes. So you're just going to leave that section right there. No need to fold it into the tumbler. And then you're going to butt up another piece of painter's tape right here up against that section. And that is what you're going to fold over. And then you're going to remove the second section that you added. And you're going to continue doing this all the way around the tumbler until you have finished taping off the sections. Now that we're done wrapping the tumbler vertically, we're going to go in with horizontal sections. So I'm starting off with a piece of painter's tape and I'm just wrapping around the very top of my tumbler. And this is going to be my first section. And then I'm going to go in with a smaller piece of painter's tape because this is only going to be my guide section. And I'm just butting that up against the previous section of the tape. And I'm going to continue doing this all the way down my tumbler. And this is what we're left with after we get all of the taping onto the tumbler. Now, as you can see, we're going to start out with the sections that are already exposed. So what I'm going to do is I will be using a little paintbrush here and some Mod Podge. Now you can use matte or you can use glossy, that's fine. I'm also going to use Interstellar and Galaxy here. And then I also made a little mixture that is the Galaxy and Interstellar mixed together, and that's going to be our in-between color. So now I'm going to start out with our darkest color here, and so I will be starting out with the Galaxy, and I'm just going to take my paintbrush here and put it in some of this Mod Podge, and I'm going to paint Mod Podge in on these squares. Now we're just going to go in with our Galaxy after we got our Mod Podge on the squares, and we're going to go in and sprinkle this Galaxy all over the tumbler. And we're going to continue this process all the way around the tumbler. Now that we're done glittering the dark sections, we're going to remove the top piece of tape here. And after you remove this piece of tape, this will expose some more sections, which we are going to Mod Podge in with our mixed color. Now I mixed the Interstellar and the Galaxy for this color. Now you're going to be really, really careful because you don't have any tape markings up against the Galaxy. So you want to get as close as possible without going into the Galaxy. That way you still have a nice straight line. So with these sections, I will do just one by one, and then I will Mod Podge, and then I will glitter since I am going a lot slower than when I was doing just my darkest sections. Now, once you get done with this top section up here, filling in all the dark spaces up against that galaxy, you want to continue removing the horizontal sections on your tumbler and filling in those dark sections up against the galaxy. Now, when I come back, I will show you how to tackle the vertical sections up next. Now that we're done with our horizontal sections, we're going to go ahead and go in with our vertical sections. Now, this is where it gets pretty time consuming. So what I'm doing is I'm doing the sections in between the two galaxy boxes here. Now, I'm very, very carefully creating a box, butting up my Mod Podge to one side and swooping it to the other side. And then I'm going to create the top, and then I'm going to the other side and then creating the bottom of the box. You want to make sure that this is as straight as possible and that your boxes meet with each other. Now you'll also be using the mix that you created with the two colors in between the galaxy. And you're going to continue doing this all throughout the vertical sections, and you will still have one box in between each section or each row. So at the very top is where your lightest color is going to be, and then you have a mix, light color, mix, light color, mix, and so on and so forth down your tumbler. Now that we're finished applying our mix color, we're going to go ahead and add in the lightest color that we have. So all of the rest of the exposed boxes that you have, that will be the lightest color. So I'm just going in with my Mod Podge, creating my boxes, and I did decide to go ahead and use diamonds as my lightest color. And you're going to continue doing that all throughout the tumbler. Since I did paint the tumbler black and I am using a white, I will have to do 2 coats just to get a good coverage. Now you could also mix in some acrylic paint and paint it on that way, mixed in with your Mod Podge, but I didn't do that, so I'm just doing 2 coats of glitter, and that's completely fine with me. So I'm doing the 2 coats of glitter all on my exposed boxes, and I will be back to show you what that looks like. And this is what our tumbler looked like with all of our colors. Now I am going to end up using the mixed color at the bottom. At this point in time, I didn't think I was going to do anything, but I'm going to. Now, after I applied all my glitter, I did let it sit and dry for about an hour, and I did glitter the bottom here with that mixture. I let it sit and dry for about an hour, and then I went ahead and I sprayed it with Rust-Oleum 2 times clear, and I let that dry, and I added 2 coats of epoxy, or you want to epoxy until it's nice and smooth. But I added 2 coats of fast set epoxy, and I am ready for vinyl striping. So what I'm going to do is I cut out this vinyl, which I got from Courtney's Customs. I will have a link for her down in the description box below. And I cut this out. It was 0.04 by 11 inches. Now that's too long for the tumbler, but I wanted to make sure that I had enough vinyl. Now I am just going to outline all of these boxes. I'm going to be doing the vertical sections first. So I'm going to take this vinyl and go throughout my vertical sections. And then after I get all my vertical sections done, I'm going to go through and do the horizontal sections of this tumbler as well. So the boxes will be outlined with this vinyl. This is what the tumbler is going to look like after you get done with your vinyl striping. So gorgeous, so beautiful. Now, I'm going to let this sit for a little bit because I like to let my vinyl sit, and I'm going to add a coat of epoxy until smooth, and then we're going to do a little bit of distressing. All right, now after a coat of epoxy, I did sand it down until it was nice and smooth. I did spray it with rustoleum flat black, and then I sprayed it with a Colorshot white primer. Now we're going to go in and do some distressing. So I just have some acetone here and with a paper towel and also some 91% alcohol. You don't have to spray the entire tumbler, but I wasn't sure exactly where I was going to put my decal. So I just went ahead and sprayed it, and I'm just going to start removing certain sections of the tumbler until I get a space that I am satisfied with. You just want to go in and continually changing your section of your paper towel because it does get pretty messy. Desi. Oh my gosh, if I could talk today. It does get pretty messy. So just start out with clean sections of your paper towel, and then you do want to scrub. Put a little bit of elbow grease on there, and it'll come off just fine. And I do want this to look really, really distressed, so I'm not really pressing if some of the dark gets onto the white because I actually do distress the white after I get my little section that I want revealed. Now I removed all the excess paint that I wanted off. I'm going to go in and I'm going to distress this little spot that I'm left with. So I'm just taking little sections of my paper towel and some acetone, and I am just doing little sections within my little space here, making sure that I do transition my paper towel. That way it's a clean section. That way I get a nice clean line. Now I'm also going to do this around the edges here because I want those really faded out. I don't want it crisp at all. I want it nice and faded. Now this is where I'm going to go in with a 91% alcohol. I'm just going to go in with a 91% alcohol because I don't really want to remove any of the paint, but I do want to remove some of the darkness around the edges and some of the white. And this is going to give it that real distressed look on the white because I don't want it really, really crisp. I want it all to be distressed. So this is where you want to go in with your 91% alcohol to do this kind of distressing. If you end up using acetone on this part, you will just remove all of the paint. I am applying a light pressure because you don't want to press really hard because you will end up removing most of the white paint. So you're going to use some light pressure, and I'm just going all over this white base to give me a very distressed look. And this is what it's looking like after I completed all of the distressing. Now I did let this tumbler dry for a little bit, and now we're going to go in with our decal. I have sweater weather here, and I did create an offset, and this vinyl is from Courtney's Customs, and I will have a link for her as well as all of the other materials that I used in this video down in the description box below. So I'm just going to place this right in the middle of our distressing here. So I'm going to start in the middle and then start going out to the sides to apply my decal. Now, I'm applying this straight to the paint. I don't have any coating or anything on this. I usually apply it straight to the paint. I don't ever have a problem with my paint lifting or anything like that. And then you're just going to go ahead and peel up your transfer tape. And then I always like to press down my decals to make sure everything is sticking very, very well. That's our decal. I like to let my vinyl sit before I put epoxy on it. Now, after I let my tumbler sit for a little while, we are ready to go in with 20 milliliters of epoxy. I am using a fast set. It's Speedy Petey by DIY Epoxy. This has a curing time in 2 hours, and it's actually pettable after an hour. Love this epoxy. But you want to make sure that you put a nice even coat all over the tumbler. And I like starting from the top and then working my way to the bottom to ensure that I am getting this epoxy all over my tumbler. And you don't want to forget the very, very bottom here. So just make sure that you even it out, getting it all over the tumbler. And after you get this coat of epoxy on, you want to go in with your heat gun or your torch. I like using a heat gun personally. I've used the torch before. I don't really care for it, but that's just to ensure that you pop any bubbles that may be on your tumbler. All right, y'all, this is the final reveal. I am absolutely in love with this tumbler. I think it is so beautiful. It definitely gives me fall vibes and puts me in the fall mood. So I really hope this video inspired you to recreate this tumbler or recreate something similar. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you all in the next one. Thank you so much. Bye.